Hi, you guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is Shannon, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. So today I wanted to talk with you guys about purging and signs that you are being currently purged. So number one, a purge is like an intense release of pent up emotions or energies that have been stuck in the body or system for quite a long time. And it is an incredibly uncomfortable process. But I do want to say that there has been a lot of energy kind of flooding the earth between solar flares and the Schumann resonance spiking, and there's so much going on. So these things, whether we like to admit it or not, they do affect our physical body. Even the moon, which we just went through a full moon, and the moon triggers the subconscious mind. So all of the emotional material or the shadow material that we have repressed or pushed away begins to get brought up, and it's triggered by the moon. So the moon, the full moon, is one way that we're often being purged, but there are many other factors that play into that. So since around this last full moon, going into even now, it's been, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, a little longer, and the energies have just been so intense, sort of coming from every angle. And this is creating an intense emotional purge or detox in a lot of people, a huge collective. And so signs that you are being purged, and I made a list. So first, you might have noticed very negative thoughts. So maybe you started to notice that your thoughts are scattered. They're sort of haywire, chaotic, doing their own thing. Maybe a lot of like looping negativity or things that you just don't normally think. Maybe really hopeless thoughts or fearful thoughts. And you're like, what on earth is going on? This isn't normal for me. And so the mind really gets affected. And in my own personal opinion, I believe it is because our emotions are being deeply triggered. And the emotions and the mind are tied together in sort of a hoop. So what we think triggers our emotions, and then our emotions also trigger our thoughts. So it's sort of a cyclical thing that goes around and around. So if you notice that suddenly your thoughts are out of whack, they're sort of chaotic, they're crazy, they're hopeless, they're looping, you're ruminating, you're stressing mentally, then I can almost guarantee you that it's triggered or being triggered by some things that are being brought up emotionally. So things that you might be experiencing emotionally. You might be feeling intense grief out of nowhere, like tears flowing for no apparent reason, just very small things triggering a really big emotional response from you. And so grief, intense grief, anger, sadness, anxiety, rage, and fear. So just a few days ago, I was having intense fear and like hopelessness coming up. And I was like, where is this coming from? It just seemed so abnormal, like disproportionate to what was going on in my external reality. And this was a key sign that it was another purge. And so if you are dealing, you might even be having things go on in your external reality, but your response or your reaction to them is going to be elevated. It's going to be way up here. And you might be thinking, why am I reacting this way? Or why are these emotions being triggered inside of me? And this is because they need to come out. Your body, your system, your nervous system is trying to make space. And it is time to release what no longer serves you. So physical symptoms that you might be experiencing on top of the emotional triggers and the mental disarray could be sleeplessness. So maybe you're waking up throughout the night, you're tossing and turning, you're waking up earlier than usual, just general sleep disturbances, and it can look different for all of us. Or on the flip side, maybe you are sleeping extremely, extremely hard and having very vivid dreams. So that can be normal during this process too. I wrote these down. Fatigue. You might be feeling more tired than normal, but when you sit down or lay down to rest, you might also be triggered into like restlessness. So it's like you might be feeling a physical fatigue, but as you're trying to rest, you're feeling like you can't rest. You're anxious, almost like vibrating. Like you can just feel the energy pulsing through you. So, and that's the other thing, just feeling, you might not be feeling fatigued at all. You might just be feeling that surge of energy. So this could be hitting you as like extreme restlessness. You might find yourself pacing around, cleaning, just feeling like you need to do something. And that might be something that's not generally like common for you. So it's kind of an uncomfortable thing. Trouble sleeping. Oh, appetite changes. So you might be feeling your body when it's going through these processes. Sometimes it will want to reach for something that's grounding. So you might be eating really heavy or dense foods, trying to ground your energy. Or on the other end, you might be eating much less or eating lighter foods. It depends on what's being released in your system. And then pain. This was something I was feeling. Intense pain that would sort of shoot around in my fascia and in my muscle. So your musculoskeletal system might be getting hit with like sudden aches or pains, or your joints might be hurting, or just general like muscle achiness. It might even feel like it's coming from your bones. And actually, this is your fascia, your musculoskeletal system releasing trauma or stored emotions. So if you are experiencing any of these things that I just listed off, you are being purged. Congratulations. And your advice for moving through this time period. Number one, when you start to feel these things coming up, what we almost instinctively start doing is trying to push it away because it's incredibly uncomfortable. So you might be telling yourself, I shouldn't be feeling this. Maybe you're thinking you're going crazy. You're wondering what's going on with you. And so you're trying to shove it back down, push it away, deflect, distract yourself. And the most important key for moving through this process is to be present with what's going on, especially in your body. So like I said, how your emotions can trigger your thoughts and then your thoughts trigger your emotions. It's a whole lot easier to dissolve the emotional energy than it is to try to wrestle and wrangle down every single one of your thoughts, especially if your thinking is generally clear. You might have brain fog here and there, but you have a general normalized sense of thinking and it suddenly feels chaotic. That is because your emotions are triggering the thought patterns. So being present in your body is key. Drop your awareness out of the mind and go down into your body and really experience whatever sensations are there. And this is hard for a lot of people because it doesn't feel good. You might feel sensations in your heart area, like your chest. It might just feel fluttery or really dense. You might be feeling sensations in like your solar plexus area, right down here underneath your rib cage, or in your sacral chakra. So that's like below your belly button, like your gut area. So you might be feeling sensations there. They might feel burny, hot. You might feel really like, oh, you want to escape the feeling, but it's energy that needs to dissolve. And the only way that this energy is going to dissolve is with your neutral presence. So you have to, no matter how uncomfortable it is, sit with it in a neutral state and allow it to be there. And this could, for me, it was like 2-3 days before I started to notice the energy was rapidly dissipating. But even after the first day, my thoughts started to, calm and to stop looping. And everything was starting to like readjust. So you're not being punished. It's not, you're not losing your mind. It's nothing bad is happening to you. It's happening for you. And so to sit with that energy is to allow it to finish its process, essentially. And then it can be released from your system, and that makes space for good things to come. Another physical symptom that you might be noticing also, I just thought of this, is you might be feeling incredibly cold for whatever reason. So cold throughout your day, cold hands, you might feel chilled, or you could be getting really intense hot flashes, and sweating can come with both of these. So whether you're feeling hot or cold, you might also notice an increase in like perspiration. And this is your body actually detoxing that energy. So as that, the emotional energy begins to break down and leave your system, this is when you may start to notice those symptoms as well. So I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys that you are not crazy. The energy, everything that's going on that's flooding our planet right now is really intense. It's really amped up. And so this detox or this purge is needed to clear our systems. The more of these heavy, dense pieces or particles, like energies, begin to leave our systems, it leaves us feeling lighter and more free. So I love you guys. There's nothing wrong with you. Just be present with the sensations. Don't push it away. Don't shove it down. Don't run away from it, and don't fear it. This is not anything bad. This is divinely orchestrated. It's a bit of a cleanse. And so for any of you who are going through this, leave some emojis in the comments, maybe some heart emojis or some lightning bolts. Let other people know maybe what you're experiencing. Also, if you're experiencing other symptoms or things coming up within you, go ahead and leave that in the comments below as well. The comment section really helps other people who are struggling or going through similar things to feel not so alone. So I love you guys. God bless, and continue moving forward.